What you see is the home screen of MindDock. On the left side, you see two buttons, one for creating a note and one for creating a folder. I've already created some example folders and notes. Let's create your first note together by clicking the Note button. A note is now being created on the blockchain. Please be patient because quite a lot is happening behind the scenes. First, your note is encrypted before it leaves your computer. Nobody except you gets to see the title and content of your note. This encryption is done in a very advanced way using so-called VetKeys. I'll tell you more about this in a separate video. After your note is encrypted, it's sent to the blockchain. The nodes of the blockchain reach consensus on including your note in a block. Because multiple nodes need to reach consensus, this takes longer than saving to a central server. However, you get a lot in return. First, your notes are securely stored on a blockchain that's best described as a kind of world computer, a decentralized network of many computers spread across the globe on which your note is stored in encrypted form. If one computer goes down, your note is still safely stored on the other computers. Because no changes can be made without consensus, it's very difficult to hack this network. Second, you get verifiable proof of when something was stored, what was stored, and by whom it was stored. When you save your thoughts this way, it's as if a notary records proof of this every time in the form of a deed. This happens through the so-called mind trail, which I'll tell you more about in a separate video. Once the note is saved on the blockchain, you can give the note a name and start writing. You can edit the note by clicking the Edit button. When you're done, you can view the formatted note through the Preview button. So there's an edit mode and a preview mode. MindDock supports Markdown. To illustrate this, here you see a number of examples of what's possible. MindDock also supports mermaid diagrams. This offers a huge range of possibilities to visually represent your thoughts and secure them through the blockchain. Furthermore, MindDock also supports LaTeX. Let's type an example text and then save it. Again, we need to be patient because a number of things are happening behind the scenes. As you can see, MindDock isn't meant for your daily grocery list or to-do list, but it's truly meant to secure your most valuable thoughts and to create proof for them. MindDock is therefore also not intended as a replacement for note-taking apps like Obsidian, but rather meant to complement these apps by creating a proof layer for them. The choice was deliberately made not to save your notes through autosave. You should see clicking the Save button as placing your signature at a notary on a deed. This is a deliberate action, just as placing a signature is a deliberate action. You also get immediate feedback after the consensus, just as you see the ink of your signature appear on the paper. The content is now stored encrypted on the blockchain. If we refresh the browser, the most recent information from the blockchain is retrieved, and we see that the mind trail has been updated. MindTrail provides proof of your stored thoughts and, moreover, exactly when they existed, accurate to the second. Your MindTrail is permanent. While you can always update your notes, every previous version and its timestamp remain permanently recorded. This is where its power as a proof mechanism lies. On a central server, you can easily change the content and timestamp of a note, which means it has little to no value as evidence. Storing on GitHub can work for backups, but your notes aren't encrypted there, meaning the platform can technically access your content. MindDock takes a different approach by encrypting everything before it even leaves your computer. Obsidian Sync offers end-to-end encryption, which is great for protecting your content. However, it still relies on centralized servers, meaning you're trusting a single company to safeguard your data. MindDock stores your notes on a decentralized blockchain, so there's no single point of failure. On top of that, MindDock uses VetKeys, a more advanced form of encryption that uses the decentralized nature of the blockchain itself. And, unlike Obsidian Sync, MindDock provides a verifiable proof layer. There's no verifiable record in Obsidian Sync of when your notes existed or when they were changed. That's the gap MindDock fills. Every change you make to your note and save is recorded in the mind trail, and a so-called hash is created from it. This hash acts as a kind of fingerprint of your note and every change within it. Let's test this. As an illustration, I'll make an example change to the note and save it. Once it's saved and I retrieve the content from the blockchain, you can see that the change has been recorded in the mine trail. That's not all. You can also view the history of every change in a Git style format, and you can see and verify the hash or fingerprint of the change. I'll tell you more about this in a separate video as well. You can not only edit the content of notes, but you can also link notes to each other. You do this simply by typing two opening brackets. A selection menu of available notes then opens automatically. Let's pick one to see how this works. We've now linked and saved a note. Once we refresh the browser and go to the preview mode of the note, we can click the link. We now automatically arrive at the linked note. Below the note, you see a section called Backlinks. If you open it by clicking on it, you see the backlinks of that note listed. If you want to change the name of a note, you can simply do so by clicking in the name field and changing the name. You can structure your notes using folders. You create a folder by clicking the folder button. This folder is also saved on the blockchain. To allow the app to function properly, folders aren't yet encrypted. This is something we're working on for a future update. For now, keep this in mind when naming your folders and avoid using sensitive information in folder names. When you've saved a folder, this is also recorded in the mine trail. Through the same menu, you can create subfolders or directly create a note inside that folder. You can rename a folder by right-clicking on it and then clicking Rename Folder. You can also drag notes into a folder to organize them. If you want to delete a folder or note, you can simply do so by clicking the cross next to it. Deleting folders and notes is also recorded in the mine trail. In this video, I've explained how to create and edit notes and folders in MindDock. In the video in the top right corner, I explain how the mine trail works. Mine trail is the beating heart of the proof of existence of your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to respond. See you in the next video.